These girls are kind of acting like what a lot of women act like in real life. They get their house, they get their food, they get all their stuff. Then as soon as they feel satisfied, they go, oh, guess what? We don't need you no more. You're done. We're done with the guy.
As much as I hate to say it, you can't take it like Jonas. He took it like a man, you know? And he deserves to be here more than maybe you.
I don't know about that.
Here we are, season 24, One World, and it has been a while since we've had a proper battle of the sexes on Survivor. Sure, they did it for literally one episode in season 12, but that doesn't count as it was quickly abandoned at the beginning of episode 2. No, we haven't had a proper battle of the sexes since season 9, when the women dominated the men and then completely collapsed as one man overcame the odds and beat them all. The women won season 6, lost season 9, so we have a tie. Who will win the third battle in this Survivor war? Well, the show starts off with Jeff saying grab supplies off the truck, and right away the men are stealing said supplies from the women, leaving them almost nothing of value. Amazing. I mean, they stole the machete. That's really all the women had that the men stole, but it's a big deal. Upon arriving at their camp, plot twist, men and women are living together on one beach, as separate tribes, but on one beach. Never has a season fully committed to this twist, but the players don't have too long to dwell on that, as both tribes see the chickens and agree to split them evenly, no matter who catches them both. Chelsea's the one who makes this offer, in fact, so when she catches both of them, she keeps them both for her tribe. She offered the deal and then altered it. Pray she doesn't alter it further. The men are annoyed, but they quickly get a fire going on day one, and the women just stroll in moments later like, hey, oh, I see your fire. Can we have some? Are they serious right now? The men say, not unless we get the chicken you promised, and the women say, no. This is some high school level pettiness going on around here. So the women decide to just try and steal the fire.
Show you. I mean, these are chicks over there like they're in the cuckoo land. I mean, they want to come and trade fire for a chicken. It's the first day, the first hours. We don't need a chicken.
If Monica takes her pants off, will you let us get one?
Oh. Naked,
come
on. I dare you.
Naked and we get...
We don't know what you get if you go naked. We have no idea.
We got no control over that. The girls are so typical. You can't play. Well, I've been around 50 years, lady. You didn't come over here with your set of taters on you and walking around with your little bikini. You're not gonna get fire from me on the first day. You better suffer for like 2 or 3 days. Maybe they just one by one just quit. Oh, we're done. It's like, this is not what I signed up for.
It is now night 1 and the women are begging, pleading to the men who are now goofing off doing tribal war cries for some fire, and the men say, no way, you all never gave us the chicken you promised. So instead of just finally striking a deal like, you know, normal mature adults, after the men fall asleep, the women sneak over and steal an ember. Wow, this would be impressive by them if they didn't immediately squander it and fail to make a fire with it. Yeah, the women can't even make a fire when they have fire. We then have our first immunity challenge where while jumping into the big net thing, Courtney snaps some bones. I mean, she hurts her wrist. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it ain't good and it needs to be examined by medical professionals. So Jeff says we can finish this challenge or the men can automatically have the win.
Technically, this challenge requires 9 people start, 9 people finish. So by the rules, this challenge is over. The men have won and they can take the victory right now and send the women to tribal council. The men, if you want, can make a gesture of goodwill and say, let's finish this challenge.
We're gonna take immunity.
Meaning you're gonna win the challenge right now.
Yeah.
Don't you want to finish the game? Don't you guys want to finish and complete it?
Okay,
and do it the right
no,
way?
I understand. If it was reversed and one of us got hurt, I just don't think it would be the same thing. There's no way you guys would say, let's play on. You just wouldn't do it. I just don't buy it. That doesn't work.
Like, just have someone.
Let's
I
go.
mean,
Bring it on. Bring it on.
We won.
Those guys don't give a crap about any of us girls, and it showed it today. They don't care. This is a no mercy game.
It's hard for me to sympathize with the women's tribe when they have been doing equally as petty stuff as the guys. In fact, I think the women take the win if it was handed to them as well, just like the men did here. The women then fight at tribal council just for Jeff to say, Courtney's out of the game due to her snapped wrist and you all are a mess. By the way, thanks for supporting this channel and keeping us free from having to shill products no one wants. By being a paid patron, you get to pick what videos I make and watch everything up to 6 months early before it goes public here on YouTube. Link in the description. Thank you for your support. Episode 2 sees the men beat the women for a award and now is as good of a time as any to introduce you to Colton. He is gay, snobby, and rich from his family's money. He keeps wanting to align with the women, which is why they gave him an idol they found, but here on day 4, They are over him as he acts like a whiny, needy child. Colton then decides to tell the men's tribe that he has the idol, and all of a sudden, there's a power shift. Colton was going to be the first one voted out, but now he's kind of in charge. That is what the men say. We then go to the immunity challenge where
The women making no progress.
She's got these big old boobs I can't get past.
Stay. I'm gonna fall. No, you're not.
Don't touch me.
No,
Christina, you touched two. Cat, in the water.
Go.
Make sure you do not touch two people at once. Cat, now back at Christina. And with that, Christina's in the water.
I don't think you have to
Cat
go back.
just jumps back in. Not sure why.
Yeah, you don't have to go back in, babe.
Two hands. Cat reached out and grabbed you. Monica, you got to go in too.
Oh, Cat, you know, you're about dumb as a rock.
Once again, Cat jumped in for no reasons. Men win immunity.
Kat jumped in when she didn't even need to jump in, not once, twice. I'm sad. I'm sad for women. This isn't the way women are, and frankly, I'm so embarrassed.
Cat, you jumped in the water twice. You dumb blonde, twice.
Keep in mind that same challenge occurred back in season 9 and the women dominated it there. The breasts were not in the way. This time it's just stupidity. The women vote off Nina and now the men are up 9-7. We then see it rain all night long. So the men offer the women the next morning to come and sit by their fire because yes, the women cannot make and maintain a fire still. A rare kind gesture by the men, but maybe the tribes can come together and live in harmony. Well, the women win reward and the men ask to borrow the boat and the women say no.
Oh, no boat? After everything that we've given to you, that's how it's gonna be. So when you want fire, when you want shelter, you use your womanly charm to take care of those situations. But when we ask for a boat and you say no, one world is out the window.
Some of the guys are like, we gotta stop giving them stuff and not get anything in return, which I do agree with. Like, I love some of those girls, but if they're not gonna give me anything, I'm sorry. Like, I am not the type of person. I'm a Republican, I am not a Democrat. I do not believe in handout.
I don't understand, like I really don't get it. As after the women say no, they then come over uninvited and sit in the men's shelter and use their fire. Am I taking crazy pills? Why can't the men just borrow the boat while the women sit in the shelter by the fire? Anyways, the women finally win immunity, and back at camp, Colton is getting a bit weird about Bill as he says he hates him and calls him ghetto trash. That's what Colton says. So I think what we've learned here is that Colton might be racist. Matt is voted off, not Bill, and the men are only up 8-7. So we move to episode 4 where the men decide, okay, maybe we can't borrow the boat for free, but we could compromise.
So here's what we're proposing. If we could use the net, we're willing to give you half of it.
I know I probably sound like a cold-hearted bitch, and I'm really not, but we can't be feeding our enemy.
The women, they're trying to be such hard noses. I just don't get that. I don't know if their emotions are turning them wacky or what, but they're just emotional creatures and they just can't seem to think straight. Don't think I'm a bitch. Well, you just made a bitch move. It's a free offer. They're doing nothing. They can suntan on the beach while we go fish and bring them half of the food. Like, hello, is anybody home?
I think that was more than fair, and the women say no yet again. Is this because Michael stole that machete in episode 1? Ever since then, the women say no to everything, no matter what, whereas the men say yes, but only if you offer us something too, and the men win immunity. And back at camp, Colton hates, and I do mean hates Bill. I know I said this before, but it's gotten worse. He can't stand him. He can't stand Bill being a stand-up comedian because Colton deems that as not a real job. Bill tries to squash the beef Colton has with him, but this goes nowhere fast. Colton is so enraged by Bill that he tries a bold new strategy.
Bill is a crazy person. God, I hate him. Maybe I should go to those girls and say, do y'all want to trade and we'll go to Tribal Council tonight because we have a lot more to deal with than y'all.
I've never heard of anyone doing this. I don't like that idea, but at this point, Colton's calling the shots. So what am I going to say? No? If I do that, Colton might put a target on my back.
What happened? They want to go to tribal.
Are you joking?
No. Oh my God.
The Manono tribe has absolutely lost their marbles. They're not a tribe. They're not working together, which is great because if they do this, it gives the Solani tribe that big boost that we needed.
The guys are very confused right now, but I've always been able to get people to do what I want, and I want Bill gone. I'm running this entire show right now. If you can't see that, you are Helen Keller.
What in the world? Are the men stupid? They all agreed unanimously to go to tribal. But why? Are they dumb? That is basically what Jeff asked them as they're like, maybe. Oh my gosh. And it gets worse as Colton goes off.
Who don't you like in this game?
Bill.
Wow, Bill. I've been on my own since I was 17 years old, man. Me being poor, that's just my life. When you're a struggling stand-up comic, I mean, that's what you do. You don't make very much money, you sleep on people's couches, and you go from gig to gig. The truth is, that's what I do.
Yes, I did go to a private, like, all-white school, but I do have, like, African-American people in my life.
Who?
My housekeeper.
So, I mean, like, that just put us on a weird vibe from day one.
But she's like a member of our family. Like, she's...
A paid member?
Yes. I mean, you know, yeah, she doesn't work for free. Like, don't live off the kindness of others.
Are you out of your mind? Bro, you haven't worked an honest day in your life or had to actually go out and get a job.
This is the downfall of the men. Prior to handing the women immunity, the men were dominating. They were going to be up 8-6. But this just takes the cake for being dumb, and they are to blame for it. Bill is voted off for no good reason, and the next episode sees a tribe swap. Monica is voted off, and then in episode 6, Colton is medically evacuated with the idol in his pocket where he chooses not to give it to anyone. How incredibly selfish of him, but totally in character. So we merge with the men and women tied 6-6, but remember, if the men weren't idiots, they would be up 7-5. Troyzan is worried the men will collapse, and he has some good intuition because let me tell you, he's right. As it turns out, Kim and Sabrina have fooled the men into thinking the gender divide is old news. The new tribes they swap to are the real deal. They're not, but the men have no idea as they argue and bicker and at tribal vote out Jonas, putting them down 6-5. Now Troyzan does find an idol which could be useful for him later, and Jay starts to suspect that the women could be tricking them. Yeah, they sure are. So while on reward, Kim and Sabrina devise a new plan to ensure the men stay at each other's throats.
You know, we have to make this illusion as if we're still Solani.
No,
so you don't want
Mike.
Okay.
And that puts us 6-4. I say we tell Troy, just say Mike is trying to get you out of here. So if we tell Troy that and say, look, we gotta get Mike out of here, he's gonna start a revolution. We'll then go get Alicia and Christina. They're not doing anything.
I like it.
Get rid of Mike, and then we've got 6 girls and 4 boys, and we just annihilate them.
Yeah.
The men have to see through this charade, right? We see Chelsea annoyed with Troyzan and his general goofy antics, and he says, "Are you mad at me because I'm a plastic surgeon and you have a boob job? So secretly you have a deep-seated hatred for all plastic surgeons because of your boob job?" I mean, I guess Tarzan's question is legit. Like, I could see this being discussed in a college course or something. His approach, though, is not legit, as Chelsea is weirded out. Jay wins immunity, and back at camp, Kim implements the tricking Troyzan plan.
Troy, I just thought you should know that Mike is subtly planting the seed in lots of people's minds that you're going to win. And that, like, we can't let you make it that long. And so I just feel like we got to get Mike out of here because he's one of the only people I think that could fully Christina, Alicia,
Right.
and he gets one more of us to vote. And you're going home, and then we're all going home.
That pisses me off.
Troyzan and I went this morning in the rain to get tree mail, and I told him this whole story about, hey, yesterday Mike was kind of throwing your name out there. I think we need to take Mike out first, and then we'll take out the girls.
This morning, I hear that Mike wants to take me out of the game, and it pisses me off. He doesn't do jack squat. He's just an idiot. That guy irks me, man. I'm sick of him.
Impressive. For Kim, not for Troyzan, who doesn't even talk to Michael to verify what Kim said and helps the women vote out Michael at tribal. The women are up 6-4. What the heck is going on around here? Tarzan tells Troyzan, "Hey dummy, the women are tricking you." And Troyzan goes, well, if they are, I have my idol if I need it. But it finally clicks when at the immunity challenge, Troyzan loses and people, namely Chelsea, openly cheer for him to lose. Yeah, he's next, and he helped make his own downfall happen. Kim then lies to Troyzan that he is safe, and Troyzan tells Jay the plan to idol out Kim, who is clearly streets ahead of everyone else and is leading the women. Jay says okay, and
he's over there switching votes right now. He's trying to get Tarzan and Christina to vote you, and he asked me to vote for you, and I said I'm sticking with Alicia. Because if you all vote for him and he plays that idol, the next 4 votes are coming your way.
Jay just put the fear of God in me. Troy does have an idol. He's planning to play it, and he's planning to send me home.
Is Jay an idiot? Why would he tell Kim this? Is Jay an idiot? No time to ponder that question, as Jay is voted out and immediately realizes he's an idiot. We now see that it is Troyzan versus the world, since Tarzan has defected to the women and Leaf is like a non-factor in the story. Who is Leaf? And Troyzan is riding high on emotions when he says,
these girls are kind of acting like what a lot of women act like in real life. They get their house, they get their food, they get all their stuff. Then as soon as they feel satisfied, they go, oh, guess what? We don't need you no more. You're done. We're done with the guy.
As much as I hate to say it, you can't take it like Jonas. He took it like a man,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And he deserves to be here more than maybe you.
I don't know about that.
yeah, Troyzan's in a bit of an emotional place, having been tricked by the women and being betrayed by Jay as well. Thankfully for him, it is Survivor auction time, where an advantage for the next immunity challenge is for sale, and he wins it while getting very emotional about how he feels all alone. The women roll their eyes, they're over Troyzan, and at said immunity challenge,
This is my island. You can't beat me.
Shut up.
Please.
You're not getting
Oh my God, please knock this fool out.
Troyzan knocks out his 3rd target in a row.
Yes!
Troyzan wins immunity.
Yes.
Troyzan is safe at tonight's tribal council. As for the rest of you, somebody going home tonight.
This thing feels outstanding. It is like a miracle. It changes my whole day. It changes everybody else's happy-go-lucky mood to, now what? Paranoia. Does he have an immunity idol as well? It's like their worst case scenario. Their worst case scenario. Troy wins.
was it smart to gloat? No. Was it fun to watch? Yes. Plus, the women are ticked off that Troyzan is safe and got the upper hand on them for once. Not that it matters since they can vote off Leaf or Tarzan, but Troyzan is not resting on his immunity win as he talks to the guys and then to the women who are on the bottom but don't know it yet, and says, hey, let's vote off Kim. She's in charge. She can win out. No one is really receptive to this idea though, even though it is smart, and at Tribal Council, a fight breaks out.
You're not my mother to can tell me like what I can and can't do.
I'm just speaking with truth, and if you can't handle the truth, then
the
that's
truth. Now this is the truth in Survivor. Now all of a sudden there's the ultimate truth coming from Sabrina, who basically deceived me and lied to Jay. So you're Mrs. Truth over here? You voted him out and I'm next. So what's new, Mrs. Truth?
Okay, well, dude,
you lied.
I am too.
Troyzan, the ultimate terror. Big deal. Do you think I really care?
Troyzan is tanking his game, which is already tanked, but at least it's fun to watch. Leaf is voted out, and the next day, Kim wins reward, takes Alicia and Chelsea, and Kat is ticked. She wanted to go on reward with Kim, and Troyzan says, wake up and smell the roses. You are not in Kim's final 3 plans, which is true, but Kat rejects this reality and replaces it with her own. When Kim gets back to camp, she apologizes to Kat and says, I wanted to take you on reward. And that's it. No real reason given, and Kat is ready to move on. This is just nonsense. What is Kim using a magic spell on these women? Troyzan loses immunity to Tarzan and is voted off. And yeah, that's basically it. Troyzan's proven right when Kat is voted off next, then Tarzan, then Alicia, then Christina, and at the final 3, Kim wins easily. Just like Troyzan tried telling everyone she would. So that is it for the 3rd iteration of men versus women, and boy oh boy, did the women dominate. They did not fumble the ball. They did not take their foot off of the men's throat at any time. Unlike the women of season 9, and made sure to stick their guns and eliminate every man, not giving them an inch to breathe. It was just ruthless. So what do you think about this 3rd iteration of the Battle of the Sexes? Should Survivor do a 4th edition? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, and definitely thanks for liking and subscribing. I'll see you all next time.